Perna, do you feel good or bad, stock up, stock down, on where Jarrett Stidham and Ben DiNucci are performing the last 2 weeks? Or do you think the Broncos look elsewhere, a la a Trey Lance for their QB2?
Oh, wow. Trey. Look, nobody's going to be better than DiNucci. All right. Did he get many reps? No. Was it great? No, but it was a touchdown to Jaleel McLaughlin, right? So DiNucci, I will never, ever go against Ben DiNucci. Stidham, I thought he would look better. Like, if I'm just as simply as I could put it, I thought he would look better because he played so well in that one game against the 49ers last year that the Raiders lost. But and it was just one game, but we were all like dogging Josh McDaniels for alienating Derek Carr. And then Stidham goes out there and plays like some nice ball. You're like, oh, well, maybe McDaniel's onto something. And just for the fact that Stidham made me think McDaniels knew what he was doing for 1 minute makes me not like Jared Stidham that much. And then the Broncos signed him, gave him a good amount of money. So Sean Payton obviously believes in him. But yeah, I think Russ won't play this week. We'll probably see half from Stidham, and I hope he just looks a little more, I don't know, a little more like a starter because he got 2 starts last year.
Yeah. I mean, as far as the Trey Lance goes, I'm interested in Trey Lance right now, guys, if I'm being honest. I am interested in Trey Lance. I think that Trey Lance could come in. If there's any coach in the league that can utilize these different types
of
Kyle
Shanahan.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Sean Payton. No, Taysom Hill. Who remembers Taysom Hill? Who used Taysom Hill like a guy that people were picking up in fantasy football, slide him in that little tight end slot when he was actually playing quarterback and was getting a lot of points from that. Taysom Hill would come in, play for Sean Payton, and actually look okay. I think that Trey Lance could come in. Here's my thing. All right, you trade for Trey Lance. Now, the price does matter, but let's say you trade a second, conditional second or something for him, and it moves down to a third if he doesn't get a certain amount of starts. All right, cool. So if Russell Wilson works out, fine. You have a franchise quarterback. If he doesn't work out, it's worth the risk to me. Quarterback is such an important position where it's like if you have that franchise guy, all of a sudden now you're a 10-win team, an 11-win team. That's literally the position that can carry you for a decade playing football. I think that you should trade picks for quarterbacks. I think the Broncos should just be getting quarterbacks all the time, trying different guys out. So I'm in on the Trey Lance thing.
There's a very good chance. After the season, the Broncos are either going to re-up with Russell Wilson by giving him $56 million guaranteed in 2025, or they'll decide that's not interesting to them and they want to move on from him. If they choose to move on, they are going to need a cheap quarterback next season that ideally has some potential upside. Trey Lance is perfect for that. It looked like they were signing Jarrett Stidham maybe for that, but to Perna's point, I don't think Stidham's been impressive so far. He was better against the 49ers, but outside of that 150-yard bomb he had, he averaged 5 yards per attempt, which is dubbed the Blaine Gabbert zone. That's very inefficient quarterback.
He was gabbing it.
Exactly. He was gabbing it out there. So I don't know. I'm not interested in that. I think you can do a lot better. That's my take.